I'm not one of those who says silver's going to 100 or 200 an ounce anytime soon, but I think $50 is very, very real.
With the price of silver going up, is it still worth it to buy at these prices?
Buy your gold and silver online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold or silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new.
Looks like the case is a little bit light today. Where did all the silver go, Harry?
Yeah, despite the near record high prices yesterday, everything sold. I mean, just hand over fist. I think fear of missing out set in yesterday, and even at these high prices, people were buying like crazy.
Do you think it's mostly new people or experienced stackers?
There were some new people, to be sure, but there was experienced people just, increasing their stack, feeling like we're nowhere near the top and it's headed up.
Well, I mean, you say the top silver's around $47 an ounce. It's bouncing around today. We're only like $2 or $3 away from an all-time high.
Right, and what's interesting is for the longest time anyway, the last 6 weeks or so, I've been telling people silver's still a great buy because gold's at an all-time high, but silver's well off of it. But I've kind of changed my tune. Someone asked me yesterday, which is a better buy? And I said, it's a toss-up right now because gold's at an all-time high and silver, at least yesterday, was about $3 off the all-time high. And so in terms of what's a better buy historically, they're both at the top.
Well, one thing I will say is that gold's previous all-time high that it broke during COVID was about 1900. So after it hit that, it's now doubled. It's over 3,800. Gold might be at an all-time high, but it's gone well above the previous high.
It has, and I think some of that, I was discussing with a customer yesterday, some of the big banks and investment houses are recommending now a full 20% or more as in precious metals as part of a good portfolio of investment. You think about that. I mean, 10% was kind of 5 or 10% was a throwaway figure. Your portfolio should be 5 or 10% precious metals. Now you have the big banks saying, no, you need 20%. And so you start thinking it's probably self-serving for them because they've bought a lot of gold. But just the same, when people who aren't really buyers of this on a regular basis hear that sort of thing, they look at their portfolio and say, we don't have any precious metal. We better get some. And so I think that's what's driving the demand. And Adrian and I both yesterday experienced difficulty getting more silver from distributors and local friends who sell to us. Just everybody's out.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure it's a real shortage or just because of the blip in silver, it all got sucked up and, we'll be able to wait a week and get more. But the supply, at least locally, is very, very low right now.
Isn't that strange that silver, when it was $20 an ounce, seemed like no one wanted to buy it, but then it goes to almost 50 and people are snatching it up?
Well, I think when something's on a downward trend, the normal media, the non-numismatic media doesn't talk about it. It's boring, it's going down. But when things are going up, it's news. And people watch the news even if they're not stackers or collectors, and they hear that I'm missing out. I should have 20% in silver or gold, and I don't have any.
Well, one thing that tells me is when the banks are telling people to buy silver or gold, they probably don't have a short position in the metal. So whichever banks they are, once a bank like JP Morgan is telling people to buy gold or silver, then I feel like the price, nothing can stop it.
Right, because if they're going long, they want it to go up. And the way to drive it up is to deplete the supply out there and have all kinds of people clamoring for it. Because if the supply goes down, the price is going up. It's going up to us, and it'll have to go up to the consumer.
Well, do you think silver is going to hit a new all-time high this week, this month?
One or the other. I mean, this month being a new month of October, I think it's got a real good shot at it. And we're stone's throw from a record right now. Every green click on gold is a new record, as it is this morning. I'm not one of those who says silver's going to 100 or 200 an ounce anytime soon, but I think $50 is very, very real.
Yeah, what do you think, Adrian? I mean, silver, it's just a few bucks away. Are we going to get a new all-time high soon?
I think so. I mean, it's been going up about like a day. In a day's worth, it's been going up about $1. It's playing with that $50 mark, and I think once you hit past that 50, it's really going to take off. I've been talking about silver coiling over the past few months, and that's exactly what's been happening. And like I said, when it breaks out, and we've seen that happen. So we're sitting, close to that $47 mark, and I think 50 is going to be around the corner sooner than we think.
Well, a lot of people said once it hit 40, it was going to be a quick run up to 50.
Yes.
And I think that's what we're seeing. So if we can go over 50, I feel like 60 is going to come right around the corner.
Yeah, I think once it hits that magic $50 per ounce number in people's head, there's going to be a lot of FOMO going out there, and that's going to drive the prices even higher. So we're pretty close to that $50 mark. So I wouldn't be surprised if silver just goes past that $50, $60 mark, possibly into 70.
Well, you say $50 silver. I'm looking at the price here for some U.S. Silver Eagles. We're already above $50 for stack price.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, $51 an ounce. If you would have talked about this last year in our prediction video, we would have been like, oh, Adrian's crazy, but it's like, we're here.
We are here.
That prediction video we did, we both agreed $40 an ounce in silver was very realistic. Not saying we can predict the future accurately, but at least that one prediction has more than come true. It's well surpassed that.
Well, I think it was just a matter of time. I mean, everyone says, gold leads, silver follows. Gold certainly has been leading the way, and it was silver's time to finally shine.
Like Adrian said, the coiling will happen, and so today, maybe this morning, we were down almost $1 this morning, then we were down only 16 cents, and since the video started, it's down another 10 cents. But gold is continuing to go back up, and silver is doing its volatile thing today. But all in all, it's an up market.
Adrian, can we see some of the coins you got from the coin show?
Sure.
What show did you go to?
It's the Great American Coin and Collectible Show. It was out in Rosemont, Illinois, so Chicago area. The second time they held the show, and it was actually a really good show. And we saw some of the YouTube subscribers that follow Silver Dragons and support us in the video. So thank you for saying hi and being there with us. And some people bought some stuff from us, so thank you.
All right, so these were things you guys bought at the show?
Yes, yeah, definitely things that we bought at the show. Some really cool stuff. We have some patterns that there's only a handful of them known. For example, this is a 1873 trade dollar pattern. It's a Judd 1322 and proof 64. So you have the obverse of the traditional trade dollar with a few changes there. But once you get to the back, check that out.
Whoa, that's crazy.
The patterns were coins that were struck to kind of show what we're capable of and what the patterns could potentially look like for the actual circulating dollars. These are pretty much sample coins.
Yeah, that's a really cool one.
Yeah, very cool pieces. We also got an 1837 $5 classic head gold piece. So very early gold. I just love that design. And the eagle's probably one of my favorite eagles there.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
We have some cat graded gold, some nice pre-33. We have an 1882 seeded dime. Got a little bit of nice color. And again, it is a proof coin, so very low mintage on that. And pretty affordable for what it is. We also have the king of the Lincoln series, the 1909 SVDB in VF20.
Oh yeah.
So we can't keep these things in stock. I mean, when we get them, we sell them pretty much immediately. And wouldn't you say, Harry, that's what most people come and ask for? The SVDB is what they're looking for.
If it's a graded Lincoln cent, almost always.
That's the key to the whole series?
Oh yeah.
Moving on here, we do have some nice toned Morgan dollars. Again,
Wow.
cat graded. And CAC just doesn't hand out grades on toned coins. It has to be, real toning and just, this is a very beautiful piece with some beautiful colors on it. And it's got some type of dragon eye. You see that?
Yeah, it looks like a flame or something.
It just looks really cool on the coin. And of course, we got another tone piece there. And for what these coins go for sometimes, I mean, I think they're pretty well priced. And you get a lot of coin for the money is what I'm saying with the nice bag toning there.
Is it possible that toning will increase over time too, even with it being slabbed?
It can. I mean, it's something that's going to tone over time, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. That was just of years of a coin being on top of another coin and sitting against a bag that had sulfur, like the bank bags, the canvas bags. So it's not going to happen as rapid as it would if it was still in the bag.
But maybe in like 50 years from now, this one will be a little bit more toned.
It can, yeah.
Nice.
Yep. And then something I'm very excited to show you guys. It's a 1937 proof set. This was the second year of the proof set that the U.S. Mint put out for the series. So you get the proof walker, proof quarter, a really cool proof buffalo nickel. That's something that you don't usually see too much of. And we are selling it as a set. So I just kind of broke it down piece by piece so people can get an idea what they're paying per coin. But for $32.65, I mean, it's like not too bad of a price.
So in 1937, these were all of the coins that were minted that year.
Yes. Yeah. So they created the proof sets for collectors specifically. So these coins were never meant for circulation. They were meant for collectors.
Looks like you got some cool finds.
Yeah, definitely. It's exciting to find this stuff, and we get to share it with people that enjoy collecting like we do.
Well, Harry, I think I will ask you one more question because I've actually had friends and family ask me this one specifically. With the price of silver going up, is it still worth it to buy at these prices?
I think we're looking at a trend that's upward, and so it's a reasonable bet for your portfolio to have at least some precious metal in it. I'm not sure I would recommend 20% or 30%. I would leave that up to you and your comfort level, but I think it's more impressive than stocks have been in the last year. Certainly better than putting it in a passbook at the bank. But there's always a risk. You know, if you bought yesterday and looked at the price of silver today, you wished you'd waited a day. So, you know, not everyone can handle the volatility of it, but if you're patient and you have a long-term view, the metals have done quite well.
They have done well. I think they're going to keep going up.
Hope so.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much.
Thank you, Silver Dragons.
Thanks a lot, Adrian.
Thank you.